So you want to buy Bitcoin, but you don't actually quite know how. What is up, guys? My name is Stephen Harvey from Plan to Profit, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can actually buy Bitcoin in New Zealand. Okay, it's actually really super easy, especially compared to how it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Now, to start things off, if you know what Bitcoin is, then you already know that this isn't a Bitcoin. Okay, this is just a piece of metal. But if you don't know what Bitcoin is, then I suggest after watching this video, go check it out, go have a look and learn a little bit more of what it's all about. However, for those that do know what Bitcoin is, we're going to jump into my computer very shortly and show you the platform that we can use to buy Bitcoin. But before we get started, I would like to ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button down below. It's greatly appreciated because the majority of you watching these videos haven't actually subscribed yet. So if you want to keep yourself up to date, hit the subscribe button and of course hit the like button down below if you enjoy the video. So let's get into it. The platform we're going to be using today is Independent Reserve, and they're actually voted Australasia's best digital currency exchange of the year. So really good exchange to use. It's easy to sign up. Okay, so we're going to go through the process of signing up, and then I'm actually going to be showing you a buying process, so buying some Bitcoin, and then also I'll show you selling. We won't sell anything, but we will be buying Bitcoin today, so make sure you stay near the end of this video. Now, to visit the platform for you guys, it's super easy. There's actually a link down below. This link is actually a referral link where you guys are going to be getting yourselves $15 when you sign up to use on the platform. Okay, so if you do use that down below or on the screen here, I'm going to display a code. This code you can also input into the sign up or the create account, and then you'll also get that reward. Now, once we're on this create account screen, we're going to put in our username, our password, and then for you guys, if you want to put my referral code, there's an option for that at the bottom. So I've already done it here just to make things a little bit quicker. And then we click on there just to pretend that we're not a robot, and then create an account. Once you've created the account, it's going to take us through to the identity details. So in here, it's going to give us a summary. So what we want to do is we want to choose our account type. So what we're actually using this account for as well. So we've got personal account type, because it's just yourself or just myself. Then we've got our purpose, which is investment. Our source of funds will generally be, for most people, wages or salary, but obviously you choose the source of funds, whatever is right. We're now going to go ahead and put in our identity details. So I've done this already as well to save the typing. So John, we're going to use the name John Snow. I already have an account, so we're just going to go through this little process of creating an account. You can't own more than 2 accounts. You can't have a fake identity or everything like that. So we're not actually going to fully go through with this. But yeah, we've got our details here. Email address as well, which I've blurred off for obvious reasons. And then you want to verify your email. So they're going to send you a code to your email address. So you want to go ahead and check your emails for that code. The email gets sent to you pretty quickly. It'll be there by the time you check. You want to click on verify. They can verify your email address. And then you're going to put in your mobile number, which is also required information. So I blurred that out for obvious reasons as well. And then you can choose this two-factor authentication. We're not going to do that right now just for the sake of this video. But we want to click on verify identity. And then that takes us through to our identity verification. So you want to go ahead and you're going to put in your address. Once you put in your home address, you're then going to upload these documents here. So this is actually the last step of the whole create account process. Okay, so once you've done these and they've verified your identity, you're welcome to go ahead and put in money and start spending that money and buying Bitcoin or whatever other cryptocurrency you like. So the verification process is actually a lot easier than I've seen on a lot of other platforms. So all you got to do is upload a selfie photos of you holding your identity card. So it can be a driver's license, it could be a passport, and then you want to upload a scan or a photo of your card itself, so just the card. So you want to have one photo with you in it, like this guy here. It gives you examples, which is awesome. The identity card itself, and then also proof of address. So if you've got any banking documents, electricity bills, water bills, anything with your name on it that is less than 6 months old, you can upload that on there as well. And then you want to go ahead and submit verification. They're going to go ahead and verify. It could take maybe a day or so. And once that verification is done, you can then go ahead and start trading. So I'm going to log into my account now, and then this way I can actually show you guys how to deposit money into your account and also the buying process as well as the selling process. All right, so now we've gone through the create account process, the verification process, and now we can start trading on the account. So this is my account here. So we click onto this accounts tab, and this will show us basically all the different things that we might own that are currently available or not available as well. And we can actually go in the top left hand corner here and we can change everything. So Say we want to have a look at Ethereum and see what that's been doing, or say we want to look at Bitcoin Cash. They actually have a whole range of different cryptocurrencies that you can also buy, but this video is about Bitcoin, so we're going to just stick to Bitcoin here. And then the second tab next to it, you can either change it to New Zealand dollars here, and it's actually going to show us the latest price of Bitcoin in New Zealand dollars. And once we've done that though, we're going to then deposit some money. So for you Kiwis here, we're going to click on to the New Zealand currency tab here, and we're going to click on this deposit button. When we click on here, it says deposit funds into New Zealand dollar account. And then the maximum is $10,000. So anything above, you just have to contact them about. And then they must be sent in New Zealand dollars, so from a New Zealand bank account. And then there is a fee of $15, so processing fee that is debited from Independent Reserve. And that's for anything that's $5,000 and below. Anything that's above or $5,000 and above, that is free. And lastly, this little red thing here, just one final thing before you proceed. And that just tells you that ANZ, KiwiBank, and Westpac customers, so if you do have any accounts with these banks, you're unable to receive New Zealand dollar deposits from the banks. So it's nothing to do with Independent Reserve. They can't control this. It's purely the banks and what their decisions are. So any funds are sent there will just have to be refunded, and that could take up to 1 to 2 weeks. So if you're banking with any other bank than that in New Zealand, for example, like ASB, that is completely fine. So what we want to do is we can go amount, we put in the amount we want, the account name, so that is your name, and then the date of deposit, put your password in, and then you want to click on next. And then once you've done that, they'll show you the instructions of what you want to do. So they give you the codes, everything like that you want to have in your details. So really, really important. So I won't go too much into detail of this process. Independent Reserve themselves have made it really, really straightforward. You just follow the instructions. However, now that we've got money into our account, we're now going to go through with the buy process. In order for us to initiate this buy process, we have to click onto the trade tab up here, and that's going to show us what has been trading right now on the market. Now we've got 4 different tabs here. We have a buy market, buy limit, and then we have a sell market and a sell limit. Now buy market is basically the price that you're going to be buying Bitcoin at market price. So what is selling right now? So we have these 2 things on the right hand side here. We've got buyers and sellers. So it tells us here, all these things down here, and there's about 58 pages of them. All these people are different buyers, pricing how much they want to buy Bitcoin at, and then the volume of it. So we have 1.5 of Bitcoin there, 1.8, and then we have the sellers here. So these are all the different sellers. So these sellers want to sell their Bitcoin at around 13,600, and then the volume that they're willing to sell as well on that right hand tab. So in today's video, we're going to be buying Bitcoin at market value. So we can see here, buy an AUD amount. We can actually change that, and we can change it to New Zealand dollars. So we're buying in New Zealand dollars, because if we've got New Zealand dollars in our account, that's what we need to be spending in. But for this sake, I do have Australian dollars, so we're going to be showing this in Australian dollars, but don't worry, it's exactly the same process with New Zealand dollars. So we've got 2 different options. We can buy in volume, or we can buy an amount. So we can go Bitcoin volume. So you could buy, so it says here, minimum volume is 0.0001 of a Bitcoin that you can buy. So you can put that in there. We could put 0.0001, and then once that's in there, it's actually going to show us the value. So that is valued at almost $1.30, and then the brokerage fees and anything like that are in there. But in today's video, we're just going to go ahead and use $10. So we can click on this buy in AUD amount, or in other terms, buy an NZD amount, and we can put in the value. So let's say we're buying $10 here. It's going to tell us here the brokerage fee of 0.04. So really, really small brokerage fee. And then we have AUD here at 9.95. And then it tells us how much Bitcoin we're going to buy. You want to click on this preview buy. It gives us all the details in here, so you can have a read through the total amount, and then we're going to click on place buy order. And now that I've done that, we can see in my top right hand corner here, it has Bitcoin at 0.00076740. So we can actually refresh this. It's also taken money down from the amount that I had in my account. So just like that, I've managed to buy Bitcoin. Super simple, super easy. So another option is buying at limit. So if you watch any of my stock videos, you'll know what a limit order is. But a limit order here on the cryptocurrency, very similar. All we're going to do is we want to say how much of a Bitcoin we want to buy. So let's just use 1 Bitcoin, for example, and then the bid price. So we can have a look here, and we can look at all these sellers, right? All these sellers are selling around about 12.9 there. So then we want to put in something that is below that, because obviously we're not going to say, hey, let's buy Bitcoin when it gets higher. We want to say, let's buy Bitcoin when it gets lower. So we can say in here, we want to buy it at 12, and let's just say 900. So when Bitcoin reaches 12,900, so it's when someone's willing to sell their Bitcoin at that price, I want you to place an order of 1 Bitcoin at that price there. And then it tells you down here the estimated value, the brokerage, and then the estimated total cost. Then we have the other options of selling. So if you do want to sell any of your Bitcoin, you can see here, sell market, which is very similar to the buy market. You're just going to be selling it at the current market price. And then sell limit, just like buy limit, you're placing in that limit order saying when Bitcoin reaches this price. So let's say it reaches in here $15,000, then I want you to sell my Bitcoin. And just like that, you are now the proud owner of Bitcoin. So independent reserve, they make it super simple to do, really easy. You just put the money into your account, you go ahead over to the trade tab, you buy it, and then you can just sell it, obviously, whenever that price rises if you choose to. Now that's what I'm going to touch on with Bitcoin, okay? Like I said, not a financial advisor, not going to give any advice on what you should be doing. However, if you do feel the need of buying Bitcoin, you know where to go, okay? Head over to Independent Reserve. The link's down below. It's 100% free to sign up. And then once you've signed up to it, you go deposit your money and you go ahead and buy Bitcoin, okay? So use the code, use the link if you want to support me for the video. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure you go turn that little like button blue. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. However, that is all from me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.